legal bombshells against her ex-boyfriend Diddy have thrown all of Hollywood into a frenzy. That's right, we're talking about a potential courtroom drama. Celebrity lawyers having a go at each other, and a judge who's probably just as shook as we are. Cassie isn't here to play, and we're breaking down the jaw-dropping details of her bold move against Diddy.
She filed a federal suit on Thursday in New York City. Cassie has a number of claims against Diddy, including a time towards the end of their relationship in 2018. She says after this incident, she tried to distance herself from him and everyone around him. She also claims that during the course of their relationship, she endured physical and emotional abuse. She also says that he would ply her with alcohol and substances, make her carry firearms in her purse when they were out, and force her to have relations with other males.
The big news on the radar is that our music mogul, Sean Combs, aka Diddy, is in hot water. Cassie, his former partner and singer, just dropped a legal bombshell, accusing Diddy of some serious stuff. We're talking assault and even sex trafficking. Cassie, going by her real name Cassandra Ventura, was with Diddy for a whopping 11 years before they called it quits in 2018. And guess what? She ain't holding back. She slapped Diddy with a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York, laying out all the details. Cassie's lawsuit just spilled the tea on what she went through during her time with Diddy, and it's some heavy stuff. According to the legal deets, she claims that she had to endure over a decade of his violent behavior and disturbed demands. Cassie calls those years with Diddy dark times and says she's basically trapped in a cycle of abuse. Cassie's using the power of the law with New York's Adult Survivors Act, throwing shade at Diddy under the legal umbrella. This act has created a one-year look-back window, giving adults who've had similar experiences the chance to sue, even if the usual time limits are long gone. Cassie's not the only one playing this card. Other big names like Steven Tyler, L.A. Reid, and Neil Portnow are in the mix too. With the one-year window slamming shut next week, Cassie's just in time too. The court filing is a laundry list of disturbing claims. First off, she alleges he raped her in her own home after she tried to leave, which is messed up. But it doesn't stop there. Cassie's revealing details about physical attacks, injuries, and being forced into uncomfortable situations with male sex workers. Not to mention, Diddy's also accused of forcing Cassie to carry around his handgun in her purse for him, and other sadistic things like dangling a friend of hers over the balcony of a high-rise building. Diddy's also apparently the culprit behind introducing Cassie to a lifestyle of excessive alcohol and substance abuse. He allegedly made her get illicit prescriptions to fuel his own addictions. It's a wild ride, folks. He signed her to his label, Bad Boy Records, and within a few years, lured Miss Ventura into an ostentatious, fast-paced, and drug-fueled lifestyle, and into a romantic relationship with him, her boss, one of the most powerful men in the entertainment industry, and a vicious, cruel, and controlling man nearly 2 decades her senior, the lawsuit said. Diddy is a force to be reckoned with. Not only is he the founder of Bad Boy Records, but he is also the mastermind behind the Sean John clothing line. In 2017, Forbes crowned him the world's highest paid musician, raking in a mind-blowing estimated $130 million a year. So of course, he did not take these accusations lying down. His lawyer threw shade, denying all of Cassie's accusations. According to a statement to The Times, Ben Brafman, the legal voice for Diddy, is saying Diddy vehemently denies these offensive and outrageous allegations. Brafman went a step further and is throwing some serious shade at Cassie, accusing her of being persistent in demanding over $30 million from Diddy for the last 6 months. This legal drama is turning into a full-on showdown, and the gloves are off. Douglas Whitaker, Cassie's legal warrior, did not hesitate to clap back. According to him, Diddy tried to keep things on the hush-hush by reportedly offering Cassie 8 figures to keep her quiet and prevent this lawsuit from seeing the light of day. But Cassie straight up rejected his bag of cash. Instead, she's standing up, finding her voice, and giving a shout out to all the women out there who've suffered in silence, as she should. The backstory is, Cassie entered Diddy's world back in 2005 when she was just 19 and he was 37. Fast forward, after signing her to his label, things took a turn for the worse. Diddy seized control of Cassie's professional and personal life, paying for her car, apartment, and clothing, and threatening her with her music career if she ever went out of line or did not obey his orders. A recently resurfaced slip of Young Jock on the internet, in which he claims how Diddy demanded Cassie shave her head, shows accurately how much control he had over her. The plot thickened. Around 2008, when Diddy allegedly introduced Cassie to opiates, treating them like they're candy, just out in the open, the lawsuit drops a bomb, saying he demanded that Cassie start procuring prescription from his Miami doctor, but in her own name instead of his. The lawsuit also reveals that Diddy had Cassie's personal medical records sent straight to his email address. Talk about an invasion of privacy! For instance, when Miss Ventura began experiencing memory loss, potentially due to the excessive drug use and/or head injuries caused by Mr. Combs' beatings, her MRI results were provided directly to Mr. Combs. Mr. Combs also repeatedly arranged for his staff to drive Miss Ventura to certain doctor's appointments, says the suit. In January 2009, things took a dark turn when Diddy allegedly went into full rage mode. According to the lawsuit, he flipped out when he found out that Cassie had spoken with another music manager at a party in a club. He pulled her out of the club and into a car, where things took a violent turn. The lawsuit claims Diddy pushed Cassie into her corner and straight up stomped on her face. Mr. Combs' security staff, Roger Bonds, tried to stop the beating, but was unable to de-escalate the situation. The suit says, when the car arrived at Mr. Combs' residence, Miss Ventura attempted to run away, but Mr. Combs followed her and proceeded to again kick her in the face. Miss Ventura was bleeding profusely and was ushered into Mr. Combs' home, where she began to throw up from the violent assault. According to the legal docs, things got dark. Real dark. Allegedly, after incidents of abuse, Cassie was tucked away in hotels until her bruises healed. Even Azealia Banks came forward recently alleging that one time Diddy beat her so bad, he sent her on a 3-week vacation to Hawaii so no one would see her or question how her face got like that. The lawsuit even claims that during one stay at the London Hotel in LA, she begged to go home to her parents, but Diddy won't let her leave. As if that wasn't enough, the lawsuit takes us into the deep end of their relationship. Around the time Cassie was 22 and romantically involved with Diddy, Diddy revealed some fantasies and pressured Cassie into engaging in explicit activities with male sex workers, all while he watched for his own pleasure. To top it off, Diddy supposedly provided drugs for these encounters, including ecstasy, cocaine, GHB, ketamine, and marijuana. These escapades even had a name. They were called freak-offs, and apparently they would last for multiple days. Now let's talk about the rough patch in 2011. Cassie started dating musician Kid Cudi during that time, and things got messy. Diddy allegedly went through Cassie's emails, found messages between her and Cudi, and all hell broke loose. The lawsuit claims Diddy went at her, including using a corkscrew. Cassie then sought refuge at her parents' home in Connecticut, where her mom took photos of the bruises. But here's the jaw-dropper. In February 2012, during Paris Fashion Week, Diddy apparently told Cassie he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car. And guess what? The lawsuit claims that around that time, Kid Cudi's car actually exploded in his driveway. Kid Cudi himself confirmed the explosive incident to the New York Times, saying, "This is all true." Cassie made a statement on Thursday. "After many years in silence and darkness, I'm finally ready to tell my story and to speak up on behalf of myself and for the benefit of other women who face violence and abuse in their relationships." She said that with the Adult Survivors Act window about to close, it became clear that this was an opportunity to speak up about the trauma I've experienced and that I will be recovering from for the rest of my life. After the lawsuit broke on Thursday, singer Don Richard, who was a member of Danity Kane, a group that was formed via Diddy's show Making the Band, tweeted in solidarity with Cassie, praying for Cassie and her family for peace and healing. You are beautiful and brave. Even Aubrey O'Day has taken to social media to speak out in Cassie's favor, saying that she's been trying to tell y'all for years. She said this in an interview once.
I wasn't willing to do what was expected of me. Not talent-wise, but in other areas. He was the hardest person that you can work for, and it was torture. And not the work part of it, but the other stuff. Mind game.
50 Cent has always known that Puff Daddy was a bit shifty. One Twitter user said, this might be the reason 50 Cent didn't like Diddy at all. He knew Puffy was on some freaky shit way back then.
Why don't we go shopping or something? I mean, I paid for it. And I was like, what the just say? I got the away from him because I was like, this
The lawsuit isn't just calling out Diddy personally, it's taking aim at his business empire too. Bad Boy Entertainment and Bad Boy Records are in the mix and are also getting named as defendants. This legal showdown is not just about personal drama, it's taking on the entire business world surrounding Diddy. So, what did you think of this roller coaster? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until next time!